Hi students and learning coaches, welcome back to Literature and Comprehension. We're going to continue to work in Unit 22, which is entitled 3. And today we're going to be looking at Lesson 6, which is called Explore the Three Billy Goats Gruff. You will need your K-12 Read Aloud Treasury book, which is where the play, The Three Billy Goats Gruff, is located. And you will also want to get your Language Arts lesson guide. And you can also use the lesson guide that is online. So I'm going to open up Lesson 6. I'm going to use the lesson guide that's online. Okay, our lesson today is going to have 4 parts. There's a get ready part, where we're going to look at characters and their problems and solutions. We're going to review the words to know once again. There's the read aloud part, where if you were doing this lesson on a different day than Lesson 5, you will want to go back and do another book walk and reread the Three Billy Goats Gruff play to your student again. There are going to be some questions about the Three Billy Goats Gruff to check your student's understanding of the story. And then there's also going to be more questions to see if they're reading for meaning. And we're going to be talking about how characters solve their problems and what problem was solved in the Three Billy Goats Gruff. All right. In a story, we have characters, and they're usually people and animal. And the characters usually need to solve a problem in a story or a play. There can be more than one character that needs to solve a problem in a story. We have read the story, The Little Red Hen. I'm going to summarize that story for you. A little red hen finds a grain of wheat. She wants to plant it so she can have flour to bake bread. She asks a dog, a cat, a pig, and a turkey for help, but they all say, "I won't." So the little red hen does all the work herself, and in the end, she bakes the bread and she shares it only with her 4 chicks. Now listen to these questions and tell us the answers to your learning coach. Who are the characters in the story, The Little Red Hen? Tell your learning coach. Okay, if you said the little red hen, the dog, the cat, the pig, the turkey, the 4 chicks, you would be correct. Now, what is the little red hen's problem? What was her problem in the story? Okay. The other animals won't help her do the work. Remember, she asked them all to help her out, and every time they said, "I won't." Okay, last question. How does the little red hen solve her problem? How does she solve her problem? If you told your learning coach she did all the work by herself, then you would be correct. That's how she solved her problem. All right. Boys and girls, our new words in our story that we talked about in our last lesson were brook, which is a small stream, and a troll, which is a fairy tale character who is usually ugly and mean and often lives in a cave or under a bridge. Okay. We're also going to continue to do a book walk through our story, our play. We're going to look at the title of the play. If you look on the table of contents in your Read Aloud Treasury book, we're going to locate the story once again in the table of contents. You will find it on page 154. And then we're going to turn to page 154 in our play. All right, we're going to be looking at the picture on page 155. What do the pictures show? Okay, they show children in a play, children on a stage. Those are all the correct answers. And why is there a character under this bridge? Or who is this character under the bridge? Tell your learning coach. Okay, that is the troll. That is the troll. And remember I said a troll can live under a bridge. Okay, let's look back here on page 154. We have the title of our play, The Three Billy Goats Gruff. And right underneath the title is a list of the characters that are in this play. Let's see who the characters are. We have the narrator. Remember, that's the person that's telling the story, about the play. We have Little Billy Goat Gruff. We have the second Billy Goat Gruff. We have the big Billy Goat Gruff. And we have the troll. Those are all characters in this play. Now let's look down here at the first part of the play. Now let's look at this word right here. Let me see if I can show it to you. The word troll is in big, bold letters. Tell your learning coach, why do you think that word is in big, bold letters? I see the narrator is in big, bold letters. Little Billy Goat Gruff is in big, bold letters. Second Billy Goat Gruff. There's narrator again in the bold letters. The reason why that these words are in bold letters, these are the characters' names, and they are telling us which character is speaking. So the words that would come right after the big bold letters would be what that character is saying. Okay, so if we look at the troll right here, what words are the trolls saying? Grrr, I'm the big mean troll. Everyone is afraid of me. So this just lets us know who is talking. So who is saying this? Grrr, I'm the big mean troll. The troll is saying that. Okay, learning coaches, I'm going to pause. If you need to reread the story to your student, you may do that at this point in time, and then we'll continue on. Now that you've had a chance to reread it, we've talked about the characters that are at the beginning of the play that are listed right after the title. Who remembers let's look at the picture on page 155. Who remembers what we call the little girl that is telling us about the play? She is the narrator. That is correct. Now, listen to this. When little Billy Goat Gruff crosses the bridge, the text says, trip, trap in small letters. But when big Billy Goat Gruff goes across the bridge, it says, trip, trap in all capital letters. Why do you think that is true? If you told your learning coach that big Billy Goat Gruff is the biggest goat, so he makes more noise than the little Billy Goat Gruff when he crosses the bridge, you are correct. And they were just showing you that by using big letters. All right. Who are these people down here? Do you remember what we call the people that are watching the play, what they're called? That's right, they're called the audience. And they are watching the play. All right, have some more questions. See if we can help figure out how these characters solve their problems in this play. What is little Billy Goat Gruff's problem? Little Billy Goat Gruff had a problem. What was his problem? He needed to see how to get across the bridge without being eaten by the troll. How does little Billy Goat Gruff solve his problem? Tell your learning coach, how do you think little Billy Goat Gruff solved his problem? He tells the troll that his brother, second Billy Goat Gruff, is coming and that he is bigger. Now, what problem does second Billy Goat Gruff need to solve? He needs to figure out how to get across the bridge without being eaten by the troll. So how does second Billy Goat Gruff solve his problem? He tells the troll that his brother Big Billy Goat Gruff is coming and that he is bigger. Now, what is Big Billy Goat Gruff's problem? He needs to figure out how to get across the bridge without being eaten by the troll. How does Big Billy Goat Gruff solve his problem? He throws the troll off the bridge. Now, what happens after Big Billy Goat Gruff solves his problem? What happens then? And if you told your students that your learning codes that now the goats can cross the bridge and eat as much grass as they want because they don't have to worry about that troll anymore because he's been thrown off the bridge. Learning coaches, if your students had a hard time figuring out the different problems and solutions, you may want to go back to the play and reread it again and help them locate the answers. This is the end of our lesson 6. We will continue with lesson 7 in our next video. Thanks a lot for attending class today.